So if I were to ask you, what is a stock that in the past 5 years has outperformed Palantir, NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, what would you say? Is it going to be the latest and the greatest AI hyped up stock? Or is it a Bitcoin cryptocurrency Ponzi loop? No, it is Build-A-Bear. This actually caught me by surprise, and when I first was introduced to this idea, I think Nate put it very beautifully. It says, Build-A-Bear Workshop has outperformed pretty much every stock in the last 5 years, including Palantir and NVIDIA. In the past 5 years alone, it is up over 2,500%. So if we look at this real quick on the Moomoo trading platform, you guys can see that ticker symbol BBW. And not that type of BBW, but we can click on this little price range, and from overall lows to current highs, we are up over 2,100%. And from the highs that we made on Friday, it was 2,500%, proving once again that it is most often tech that leads in growth. No question about it. But there are outliers like this, just very strong, fundamentally strong companies that perform very well over a long period of time. Think about this. Over 5 years ago, how long have we known about Build-A-Bear? And to know that it is performing this well in the past 5 years, again, it just really encourages me to not judge a book by its cover and always give any business and stock an opportunity to be worth investing into. But I wanted to break it down, not just on the technicals. Obviously, it's an incredibly bullish stock. It does have retracements along the way, and it's not going to always be, something that just continues to go up. I mean, based off of recent news, one thing I want to show you very quickly is the performance that we saw on Friday. We saw a really big push, and then it followed with a 10 or 9.25% retracement. So again, just because something is bullish in the past before doesn't mean that from the time that you buy, it's instantly going to resume to be bullish, right? But remember, we were talking about the past 5 years, not just the past 5 days. So long term, Build-A-Bear does do a very good job showing consistent higher highs and higher lows. The one thing that I do notice is that it does have incredibly low trading volume. Another reason I wouldn't view Build-A-Bear to be a stock worth trading, more possibly a stock worth investing in. So again, I wanted to make sure that I talk about the good and the bad. That it saw a big gap up on Thursday, and then on Friday, that's when it saw the 9.25% downside. Like I've said many times before, even with these less, tech or AI-driven companies, the volatility can still be high when it captures a lot of attention. And I'm sure that it caught a lot of attention when it made new highs at $70 per share, showcasing that it's beating Palantir, it's beating, NVIDIA. But obviously, sometimes any reaction can be an overreaction in this market, and then it followed with a retracement. So I wanted to make sure that we cover that. Well, one question that you might have is, okay, well, there's no way that if this company in the past 5 years has gone from $1 per share all the way up to $60 per share, that its growth fundamentally has kept up, right? Palantir is a really good example of this, right? If we click on Palantir, we can see that Palantir has gone from $5 all the way up to $190, and Palantir has an insane PE ratio of 400 times its earnings, meaning that from what the company trades at to what the company actually makes in profit, there's a huge disconnect, right? 487 times its earnings. It's a company that only makes $772 million in net income, yet it's worth over $350 billion, right? From what you're paying to what the company makes, you're paying a premium to own it at this price level. You would imagine that Build-A-Bear would be the same setup, right? You would be surprised. When I looked at their PE ratio, I was dumbfounded. Look at that. 13.4 times their earnings. Again, this is not a tech company. This is not AI focused. This is a company that has just been seeing steady growth over a long period of time, and its fundamentals are supporting its technicals and its price action as well. This means that this company produces a revenue of $522 million. Think about that. Build-A-Bear if we pull it up real quick, Build-A-Bear has a market cap of $800 million, so less than 1 billion, $800 million, yet it produces 522 million in income or in revenue a year. Its net income is right under $60 million of net income. So take home profit, $60 million, which has been showing steady growth. So again, this is trading with its PE ratio below industry standard, right? It is not trading at an insane PE ratio of over 45 times its earnings, right? As a lot of tech companies like to, based off of projected value and projected growth over a long period of time. It's kind of hard to have that same projection on something that's not tech related, right? It's Build-A-Bear. They make stuffed animals for children, right? So I asked Moomoo AI a very simple question. For those that do not know, again, Moomoo has this little feature, Moomoo AI. It's pretty much like ChatGPT, but a little bit more guided when it comes down to, the stock market. I asked it, hey, is BBW a safe stock to invest in? It talks about its financial performance and valuation, how its profitability has grown year over year. And I was really surprised that even years after, net profits have grown over 40.9% year over year for Q2 of 2025, with EPS rising 47%. Again, proving the case that not just its technicals and its price action are performing well, but its fundamentals are supporting those moves, which is very rare in today's day and age, especially with big tech, right? Talking about growth drivers, international expansion, product innovation. This is the part that I thought was very unique. Launched mini beans and digital initiatives like Record Your Voice, driving a 80% revenue increase in key segments. 80%. Insane, right? Risk and challenges, something that I think is also important. You can't just always think about the good. You have to be aware of, hey, what could act as obstacles or challenges in the up and coming quarters? Tariff impacts. Expected $11 million in cost headwind in 2025 from tariffs on cost goods sourced internationally. Short-term volatility. Short interest has increased, which doesn't surprise me. It's capturing a lot of attention, which is a reason on why we're making this video, right? Not to short it, but to simply say like, hey, because its performance has been so exceptional, I can see that people might be like, hey, this thing might be overvalued, might be time to short it. And then labor costs. Rising medical and labor expenses are projected to add $5 million in costs for the year 2025. So overall, I wanted to use this as an example of why it's so important to be diversified. It's useful to be investing or trading the latest and the greatest AI and tech-based companies. But I think this is a great reminder that it's not everything, and it doesn't always have to be. There's a lot of very strong performing stocks that are not tech-based that also perform very well. Build-A-Bear being one of them, beating some of the top performing tech companies like Palantir and NVIDIA. Costco is also a notoriously very strong bullish company. What's another one? Walmart. Again, another very strong bullish company. Now, maybe those on recent, timelines, they might be a little bit on the overbought side, maybe do a little bit more for a retracement, kind of like the entire market. And for those looking for a Labor Day sale, I want to remind you for LPP 3.0 that is now officially out. If you want access to the A to Z video lesson library that was just updated, my daily live trading sessions, and access to our LPP private group chat, it is all now available. And for Labor Day, we are doing it for just $1 a day is what it breaks down to. So you guys can see here, again, the breakdown is $365. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. We have people that signed up in 2018 that still have access to it right now and have never paid a penny since then. Again, if you want to check it out, it's a sale that's going on right now. Second link in the description down below. And if you sign up today, you'll be able to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow once the market opens. I appreciate your time. Hope that you thumbs up. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.